What's up, my lovely love bug goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen. We are about to turn up this recipe: vegetable stew, snapper fish and shrimp in my kitchen. Fast, easy, and what? Simple. I'm about to show you how to make one of the best stewed snapper fish and shrimp in your kitchen any time of the year, and great for the cold weather. So let's get started with the recipe then now.
You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. Rastafari, why you turn your back on your brother when him need you? You don't remember the days and when him feed you. You know when no obligation but to owe him some respect. All you need to do is just give him one to get turn your back on your brother when
Good love bugs, so let's jump right into your requested recipe, and I'm going to make this fast, easy, and simple. Now I have my snapper fish right here. I'm gonna have the sliced snapper, and it has already been washed nice and clean with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. You want to make sure so you wash it thoroughly, right, with cold running water. Now you also want to make sure that you wash your shrimp as well and devein those shrimp thoroughly. Now as you can see, my snapper is pretty thick. That is the way that I had them cut it at the fish market. You could have yours cut thinner. I wouldn't recommend using the regular snapper fish with heads and all them things there, because it's going to be soft for this recipe. The bigger the snapper, the fleshier the meat are gonna be. But whatever you decide on doing, make sure that you devein your shrimp and make sure that your fish has no scale and it's nicely washed clean with that lemon juice. You want to soak it up good for like an extra 30 minutes and let it sit in the vinegar, salt, and lemon juice liquid, and make sure that it's nice and clean thoroughly, and then your fish will be ready. We are going to season this fish like really simple, but when the stew gets on, that's when we're going to turn up the stew a notch, right? It's going to be very simple. Now if you get started, just add some salt to your fish, and I'm going to do it on both sides. Just flip it like a pancake on the next side and just go ahead and put the salt on the side there, right? Now after we get done doing that, you're going to make sure that you have your black pepper. Now if you don't have white pepper, use black pepper, and I'm going to show you the difference, because everybody seems to think there's no such thing as a white pepper. Yes, there is. That is your white pepper right there, and that is your black pepper. So two different kind of pepper you have in the thing. I bought mine at the farmer's market, and I paid what, $5 and change. You can see right there, it's all torn up and everything, but yeah, that is your white pepper. And yes, I hope that solved that, right? Because whenever I use white pepper, I get a lot of comments that, you know, there's no such thing as white pepper or black pepper. I mean, black pepper is black pepper and white pepper is white pepper. So you go ahead and just put your salt and your white pepper on your fish and your shrimp, and just leave it like that and make it go sit and hang out. Now this is what you are going to need for your stew, right? And now you could go ahead and switch it up however you want, but most of the thing that's on my platter you are going to need things like bell peppers. You have a choice of a color you want to use, but I went ahead and used green and orange and red and so yellow bell pepper. I went all the way in. Then I added some scallion and thyme to it, because of course you're going to need flavor, and remember, thyme make everything taste better. What wrong with my camera? All right, then yes, the camera up. But anyway, thyme will make everything taste better, so you go ahead and grab you some thyme, and like I said before, use any kind of bell pepper where you want. Any kind, it doesn't matter. I like the color that it gives. Make sure you have some fresh garlic, and I'm using about 6 cloves of garlic. And if you don't want to use those, whatever, go ahead and use minced garlic, but you're going to need that. And some carrots, I definitely have that, and some chopped onion, celery, of course. I love the flavor that the celery gives. It gives it a nice little flavor and texture to my stew. to my fish and shrimp stew. It's love it. And of course you are going to need your potatoes, because your potato is going to help to bind your stew and make everything come together, right? So just go ahead and make it your own. You could add more veggies if you like. These are basic veggies, but you could definitely add some more veggies if you like, and you can even add some spinners in it if you want, but I didn't want to add any spinners today, but you sure can. Now you definitely need a lot of tomato for the stew. So to make mine fast, easy and simple, I just went ahead and grab a jumbo size can of stewed tomato. But yeah, that's a tomato from my tree, and you can just go in and grab some tomatoes, put it in the blender, blend it up, and bam, you got some stewed tomato right there. But yeah, you can want to do it today, right? Now, to get started, you are going to need some oil. My oil of choice is extra virgin olive oil. That's what me choose. But if you don't want to go that, just use whatever you like, because everybody use different oil for them kitchen, right? Now I went ahead and add my oil, and to the oil, when my oil becomes nice and hot, not overly hot, because I'm not trying to kill my fish, I just went ahead and placed my fish in. Now the fish, you are only going to cook it in your pot like this for no more than 5 minutes total. So that means you are going to cook it 2.5 minutes on one side and 2.5 minutes on the other side. What you are doing here is have your salt and pepper clash into that oil with the fish. It's going to start giving it flavor right there. You are not trying to cook it out, right? Because remember, you're cooking stew, and if you cook the fish too long, it's going to fall apart, and we don't want our snapper to fall apart. I want to be able to see the fish inside of my stew when I get done. So 5 minutes tops, and you go ahead and take it out, and that's all. And then I went in and add the other 2 to the mix, right? That's all I did right here. Add the other 2 to the mix, and same thing, 5 minutes, and then I went ahead and remove everything from the pot. Now in that pot is a ton of flavor from that fish. You don't want to discard it. Just go ahead and add your shrimp, and I did use jumbo shrimp. I don't remember if I said it earlier, but the shrimp of choice was tiger shrimp. I love tiger shrimp, even though they're expensive. I just love the fleshiness and the meatiness that it gives, and it does have mad flavor. That tiger shrimp is really, really good. Now your tiger shrimp is only going to be cooked for a total of 3 minutes only. So 1.5 minutes on one side, 1.5 on the other side. You just want it to get that little glazed color. You are not cooking, so inside of the shrimp is still raw, but we want to give it that beautiful color, so that way when it goes into the stew, it is going to have that beautiful red, pinkish, orangey color that I want. If I was to go ahead and throw it into the pot with the stew, it wouldn't get that color. Only when you glaze it, it's going to have that color. So go ahead and do that for a total of 3 minutes tops, and after 3 minutes you want to go ahead and remove them from the pot immediately, because if you don't, then it's going to continue to cook. We don't want that. So let's go ahead and remove your shrimp of choice. Now you can also use cooked shrimp, but if you're using cooked shrimp, you don't want to go this method, because the cooked shrimp is going to be rubbery. So skip this method if you are in fact planning on using cooked shrimp. But the best shrimp of choice for this stew recipe is using raw shrimp only, right? You don't have to go jumbo shrimp, but make sure you have raw shrimp. And yeah, that covers that, right? That's easy and simple. Now next thing you want to do is to that same pot, because we're going to utilize the pot there now. We'll go ahead and add 1 stick of unsalted butter. Then I went ahead and added my 6 cloves of garlic chopped into the pot with the oil, and allow it to melt, right? Because the stew is going to be turned. The stew is going to be turned. I love this stew recipe. Now to that oil, I added the stewed tomato. And like I said before, if you don't want to go this route, go ahead and grab you some tomatoes, put it in a blender and blend it and just throw it in another pot. Now it's time to add in all your veggies, and go ahead and add more veggies if you'd like. Make it your own. One thing with about stew, you could add any amount of veggies that you like. Yes, because you always have to remember, goodie, not all the ingredients that I use when I'm in my kitchen you might like. You might want to add something, you might want to take away something, but always make your kitchen your own. At the end of the day, your kitchen. So now right here, what I'm going to do is flavor that thing up, because we have to give it flavor. So we go ahead and add our fish seasoning. You could use Old Bay season, any kind of seasoning you want, but you want to add some kind of a seafood seasoning. Then I added my garlic and onion powder to the mix, and right now I'm gonna eyeball everything, but I'm going to try to put the some amounts down below. So yeah, I think I got you. All right, though you want to add some salt for flavor, and I didn't go too much salt because the season has some salt in it already. I added some all-purpose seasoning, and again, you could use whatever you like. I love my Ochiris combo seasoning, so I went ahead and add some of that, and I added some paprika for color. The paprika is going to give it a nice color, as well as it's going to have a curry looking color, but it's still flawless. Some cilantro, of course, and I added some parsley. And if you have fresh one, you could go ahead and add fresh as well, no matter. Just go ahead and add any kind of green you want to add. I added some red crushed pepper to the mix to give it a little bit of tang, but to calm it down, I went in with some chili powder. That combination of the two is going to make it really, really nice. Really, really nice good flavor. And of course, me a Jamaican, so I have to add my allspice to it. And I only added about 6 or small 7 or 8 berries, not too much, just a few. And then mix it all together. And right there is my stew right there. So that's all you need. Now, if you want, you could also add some coconut to it, because coconut it's flawless. When you add coconut, it's meat, it's wicked. But I didn't want to go coconut. This is fine. This is where I stop. This is perfect. Now you are going to allow it to cover it up good, nice and tight. Seal it up and give it about 15 minutes, because you want that veggies to combine and get color and all of that good jazz. Now after 15 minutes, that is what it looks like. You remember when I told you about the curry look? That is what the veggies are going to look like after 15 minutes of cooking. The flavor, the smell, everything is coming together nicely, just like I want it to be in my kitchen. Now it's time to add your snapper fish, your sliced snapper fish in the mix. And my fire is on medium heat. As you can see, that fish is not cooked at all. It's just based on both sides. That's exactly what you want to have right there. You go ahead and you drop it in there and allow it to cook for about 20 minutes. So you're going to leave it on medium heat and allow it to cook. You want that fish to cook for about 20 minutes. All right, do that. Put your shrimp in there. You are not cooking that. The shrimp is going to go in last. So just go ahead and cover it up and allow it to cook for 15 minutes tops. And then when we come back after 15 minutes of cooking, we are going to move on to our next step. But this thing is going to be massive. You are going to love this fish shrimp stew recipe. It is so filling, it is so delicious, and everyone is going to fall in love with your fish shrimp stew. I'm telling you, it's a warning goodie. But let's go ahead and just get everything all over that fish, so everything gets its flavor into place, and yeah, you're all set to go. and cover it up and let's let it do its magic, right? Now after that about 20 minutes, now it's time to move on to your next step. Now what you're gonna do right here, right, you go ahead and check it, you give it your taste test and see if you need anything else, but I'm pretty good. I don't want nothing more flavor in my one, but you know, your kitchen or your kitchen, you can add some more flavor if you'd like, right? Now if your stew is too thin like mine was, I always go ahead with some cornstarch, and I added about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Add some water to that cornstarch and just dunk it right into my stew just to give it a little lift, make it more thicker, right? Just like that, and allow it to thicken. Allow it to thicken. Good, the thing smells so. I wish you could smell my kitchen from your end. The thing smell so good, so good. And I did make some rice, but the rice that I made, it was so delicious with macaroni and stuff. I'm going to show you that recipe in another time, buddy. So now you want to go ahead and add that shrimp in, and do not go ahead and mix in all your shrimp in at the bottom of the thing. Put the shrimp on top of your stew only, right? Because you wanted the heat to cook it. Now your fish is already cooked, so now it's time to cook your shrimp. So this thing is step by step thing, right? Now after I get done adding my shrimp in to the mix, I did go in with some parsley and add it on top of my shrimp. And that was looking so good. It was tempting to eat the shrimp, but no, honey, I'm not gonna do that. I went in with some hot pepper sauce, my Ochore's hot pepper sauce, sprinkle a little bit tat here and there, and I allowed it to cover again for only 4 minutes. Now while that was going, let me just remind you to say, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel and turn on your post notification settings, right, to be aware whenever I upload videos like this. They're always good, they're always fast, easy and simple to follow. Even a baby can't do them, right? Now if you haven't seen what you wanted, make sure to ask your girl, and your girl is always here to what? To deliver at all times. Now while you're doing that, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, Life as Juliana, of inspirational videos, Dollar Tree DIYs, vlogs, and so much more. All of my vegan goodies, and go over there and subscribe to the channel. There's no more vegan recipes here as you requested. I separated my vegan recipes and now they're on my channel, Life as Juliana. The link to the channel will be down below. Go ahead and check out my story time video, they're always interesting. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the love and support, and yeah, let's go back to the video. The shrimp is done, the thing is done, and the thing is massive, and the thing is so good, and my seasoned rice is ready to be a layer. This is one of them recipes that is so mellow and so tasteful. Oh my god, this stew recipe, this fish and shrimp stew, right, y'all? It is a divine, I kid you not. In most of my recipes, I always tell you how good them is, because guess what? They are. Look at that. And I like, you know, I'm gonna lead on around. I'm not gonna lead you astray. When I tell us the thing turn. My husband had this with the rice that I made. Like I told you, the rice was made with veggies and macaroni. Those are small macaroni and seasoned down to the last bite, and that's what he had that with on the side. The thing was divine. Now guys, go ahead and give the recipe a thumbs up, share the recipe with friends and family. Tell me what you'd like to have me cooking next in my kitchen, and remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.